What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Blueside FC channel. I'm Nia Matt, and I hope you're all doing great. What a game that was! What a brilliant game that was! I mean, it had everything. It really had everything. It had a penalty, it had a red card, it had goals, it had everything, man. It really had everything. I loved watching this game, and I'm excited. I'm excited to even talk about it because I like what we saw. We scored 4 goals. We scored 4 goals. Yes, we conceded 3. It's a preseason, but we found it very, very difficult to score goals last season, and we already scored 9 goals in 2 preseason games. I mean, that is fantastic. That is really, really fantastic. I mean, even the way the goals came about, brilliant. We'll talk about it. Definitely talk about it. But I like what I saw in this game. Especially going into this game with all the beef that we had with Brighton concerning Moises and concerning Levi Colwill. This was the best result we could have gotten. We had to show Brighton that we were the better team. We had to show them. Because after last season when we finished 12, it seems like everybody's disrespecting us. Because Brighton have entered Europe and they are playing the Europa League, so they think they can disrespect us. We are still Chelsea. We are still a big club. Whether we finish 12 or we finish 20 or whatever it is, we are still a big club. We've been consistently winning trophies for the past 19, 20 years. It doesn't mean that we have one bad season where we changed a lot of managers and we had many internal issues, so we are dead. No, we're not dead. We are still Chelsea. We are still the pride of London. Arsenal have still not won the Champions League, so you can't even call them pride of London. Last year they bottled the league. You think Chelsea would have bottled the league? No. When was the last time you saw Chelsea bottle the league? We don't bottle leagues. When we are leading and we win. So yeah, we are definitely the pride, and Brighton have to know their place. They have to know their place, and we did, and we put them in their place. So yeah, let's talk about the game. There were some details I want to touch on. I'm not going to go through everything, but I'm going to talk about the highlights. I'm definitely going to talk about the highlights. So let's go straight into it. The game started very, very balanced. I wouldn't really say that we were in control of the game because Brighton took the early lead, goal, very, very neatly worked goal from a corner. It wasn't the direct corner. They passed it to Gilmore, and Gilmore's cross into the box was fantastic. And it found a Brighton player, headed it down straight to Welbeck, and Welbeck scored. It was definitely a bad goal to concede, but what interested me the most is how we came back from that goal. Our attitude after that goal, and our attitude changed. We didn't see that last season. We hardly saw that last season. Anytime we went behind, you could see that our morale came down. We're not motivated to even go and try and score. No matter what team we played against, but still, for some reason, didn't really have that desire or that hunger to go and equalize and eventually win the game and come back into the game. We didn't. But with this, you could see that the attitude was there, the hunger was there. Immediately they scored the goal, we were on their necks, pressuring them, and got our goal. Very, very good goal from Nkunku. I like the way he just scooped it. it was a ball. I think it deflected from a Chukwuemeka shot, and it just fell into his path, and he scooped it over the keeper. And that's the kind of smart finishing we want to see at Chelsea. We want to see players like that. And Nkunku is just a gifted finisher. The kind of goals that he was scoring last season in the Bundesliga was fantastic, and he has already scored 2 goals for Chelsea, which is also very, very impressive. I'm hoping we see more from him. This is definitely a friendly game, so definitely the stakes are lower. But if somebody was watching this game and you didn't tell the person that it's a friendly game, the person would think it's a competitive game, because both teams brought their A game, and you could see it on the pitch. And that's why I like this game. That's why I said in my previous game that I don't want to read much into the Wrexham game, because they didn't offer that much of a threat. But Brighton were definitely going to be a huge threat because they're a Premier League team, and they finished above us last season, so they are definitely a bigger challenge, and we passed that challenge. We beat them, so I'm happy about that. So we went to the halftime with this 1-1 scoreline, and you could see on the faces of the Chelsea players that they were disappointed. They really wanted to take the lead into the second half and into the halftime. And even on Pochettino's face, you could see that Pochettino wasn't really happy. I'm sure whatever I told them in the halftime dressing room really made an impact, because when they came back, they were a different team. We were not bad in the first half, but it was more balanced in the first half. In the second half, I'll say we dominated. And yeah, we came back very, very strong. We made a lot of changes in the second. I think we made 8 changes in the second half. We made 4 changes right before second half, and then 4 changes later. I think about 10 minutes or 12 minutes later. I think the one that came in and impacted the most was Nicholas Jackson. He was fantastic. He was incredible. This guy has already had 4 assists and 1 goal in 2 games. I know we are in for another striker. We are in for an early striker. We are in for a proven striker. But if we don't get a proven striker. I'm more than happy with Jackson. Jackson has the potential. He has the talent. He has the zeal. He has the scoring powers too as well. He's somebody who can really grow in Chelsea. We can have our own early striker growing before our eyes, developing before our eyes, and becoming elite before our eyes. I mean, that is what I want to see. So if we don't even get that kind of world class striker, Jackson will do very very well, and I'm happy with the way he's playing right now. His link up play with the players on the pitch is fantastic. With MUDRYK's goal, look at how he was interchanging passes with MUDRYK, like a couple of 1-2s, and then boom, MUDRYK's goal was so fantastic. MUDRYK's goal was so good. I know I like using fantastic a lot. It's one of my favorite words, but his goal was so good, so good. Like the finish, just a one-time hit, boom, into the bottom left corner of the goal, and you could see his celebration. He was so happy. This is his first goal for Chelsea. He has tried so many times last season. I don't know whether the enthusiasm was too much because he would dribble and get to the box and then he would blast it over the bar. And I think now the enthusiasm is at a perfect level and he's able to control himself, compose himself very well, because that finish was fantastic. One of the best goals I've seen a score in a while. I'm happy that he got his first goal. I'm happy that he'll get his confidence back, because he was happy when he did it. You could see that he was happy. He was happy finally score for Chelsea. Hoping that when we get into the league itself, he will continue scoring goals, because I think this has opened the floodgates, and I'm hoping that he continues to score goals. But yeah, Jackson's impact was fantastic. The third goal we scored too as well, it was from Jackson. It was a Caicedo shot that fell into, I think it was blocked and it fell into Jackson's path, and Jackson was able to hold it before poking it to Gallagher, and Gallagher, another fantastic finish. Gallagher was also very very good in the game. I liked his passes, I liked his tackles, I liked the way he was defending too as well. When he was defending too quite a bit, and this is what I like about the team too as well. I think like we attack in unison, we defend in unison, and I like that. I really like that. When we are attacking, you could see a lot of players moving forward. You can a lot of players coming in to support, and we are defending to a lot of players go back to support the defense. And Gallagher was one of them. He was doing very very well in this game. I liked his awareness. I like his positioning. Not even just him, like the players in general. The positioning was very very good. Even when they are not on the ball, you could see that they fall in line, they fall in formation, and try to win possession, or they try to stop attacks. Cucurella was doing that a lot in the second half. The first half, I think Cucurella was a little bit shaking the defense, although he was doing okay in the first half. I feel like he was being outrun a lot in the first half, but the second half, he was more confident in the second half, and he even gave a fantastic assist for Nicholas's first goal as a Chelsea player. A fantastic pass through the middle of the defenders to reach very very good run into the box, and some players would round the keeper, some players would chip the keeper, but he just smashed it over the keeper and scored. Very very good goal from him. I'm happy that he scored a goal. I mean, this guy, we have how many more games to play in the preseason? I think we have 3 more games to play in the preseason tour, and I'm sure he's going to make an impact in all of them. He's going to get at least an assist or a goal in all of them before we end, and expect big things from him in the season, because he already has the potential, and I'm really really hoping that he hits the ground running. He hits the ground running. But yeah, that was our 4th goal. I didn't really like the goals that we conceded. I didn't like the penalty that came in. Liverpool's penalty that he caused. I know it's going to give Brighton fans some ammunition to say that he's one of them, so he intentionally did it. No, I don't think he did. He was fantastic in the game as well. Very, very good. His passes, his long passes were very, very good. He was doing that kind of Thiago Silva long range passes, and I'm happy that we have 2 of them in the team. I'm just hoping that he stays. I'm really, really hoping that he stays, because it's up to him. If he wants to stay at Chelsea, definitely the board is going to give him a contract for him to stay, because he's a very very good player, and I hope he stays. And then the last goal to, not the best defending from Humphries and Chalobah. I expected them to tighten it up once Brighton got their red card. I was expecting that we don't concede any goals, but we conceded goals. But the most important thing is that we won, and I'm happy about that. So on to the next one. I'm hoping that we score more goals. I'm just happy that we are scoring goals. Last preseason, we didn't really score that many goals. I think we even struggled against some of the weaker oppositions. We were getting a lot of draws in the preseason. I think there was one game that we scored like 3 or something. I can't remember. I remember we couldn't score a lot of goals, but this time we already have 9 goals and 2 games. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the game, and we hope you enjoyed my review. If you enjoyed this video, enjoyed the game, give the video a like, and if you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe. It helps the channel a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, stay safe.